Hello YouTubers, it's me Fiona, and I'm going to start off with an update of how we're getting along in this experiment to see if this little old channel here can grow enough so I can become monetized, become a full-time artist like I've dreamt of since I was a little girl. So I'll start with the stats and then we'll find out which item is going to be drawn from the hat, from the heap of abandoned artwork. Oh, by the way, stay right to the end because I have a little announcement to make. I'm quite excited about this, so stay to the end please. Well, I must say I am beginning to feel a bit more optimistic about everything, and let's see why. In my last video in this series, this one here, I managed to go from 50 to 61 subscribers. Ooh. And then, so yeah, I had a little release of a sketchbook tour in the middle of this, and I was really pleased because I got more than 100 views on the first day. It now has 300 views, because it was quite a long video. My watch hours have gone up a little bit too, so, you know, small steps. So since then, I have managed to gain 22 more of you lovely subscribers, leaving the grand total of 83. Woo! I'm really hoping we can keep this upward trend, so maybe you could help by hitting that subscribe button. Go on, you know you want to. We're going to shake it up for you today. Oh yeah, things have changed a little bit. Wanted to keep things fresh, want to keep it new. So, we're going to draw the next one out of... Wait for it, a new hat! Woohoo! Yeah! Yep, this is gone. We're moving on. Okay, so this week's third item to be rescued from the heap of abandoned artwork is Blue and Gold Reeds Wading Bird Heron question mark. I don't have any footage of this one. I did this about 7 or 8 years ago. Let me go and find it. So, most of the stuff is in here, the heap of abandoned artwork. Okay, so this is going to be this week's art piece that we're going to finish. These sort of daisies, I think I've gone round those in a marker. I hope it's a permanent marker. I think I did a little few reflection bits at the bottom there. As you can see, very, very simple, didn't take long to do, but it's quite pretty. And just, I think, a lovely stork or a heron or some kind of wading bird here. And then maybe some leaves dangling down too to frame it a little bit. So this week I've picked this item out of the hat. I use a very, very cheap alternative to watercolour paper. I have done on a lot of my paintings and it holds the paint beautifully. And I imagine it will keep its colour because it's lining paper for decorating. The only thing is it's not white, it's sort of off-white. But here, I started this maybe 8 to 10 years ago is my guess. I don't have any footage of me painting it. I made a lot of these blue backgrounds. And then I think it's some kind of permanent marker that I've drawn these little reed type shapes. And so there you have it, that's what we have so far. Just taken a few screenshots from some stock photos. I'm just going to get the general shape from from probably this kind of stance. So there we go. That's what I'm using as reference. And I might do one in flight somewhere in the background. This is a lovely shape here. Anyway, to the art. To the art. Tool. Here. This big. I've rubbed out most of the pencil lines, just there as a guide. Just rub a bit more out here. Okay. Just wet this a little bit. Doesn't seem to be the most absorbent watercolour paper. So this is where it's lightest in the main bit of the body. A lot of shade here, so let's get a bit of Payne's grey, maybe a little bit of burnt sienna in. Just a touch. Mix with the white. When I make collages, I don't cut things out of magazines. I probably should explain that a little bit more to people. Everything in my art is, almost everything, I have painted or created the paper myself, you know, the paint and the washes and the splashes and all the colours. So I haven't cut anything out of a magazine. So here we have a heron, a standing heron and a heron in flight. I've just shaded them a bit more with some coloured pencils. Here goes something. Here we go. Put a little bit more here. Something there. This is what it's looking like so far. I've glued down the herons with some Mod Podge, so I couldn't resist making some weeping willow shaped leaves out of my collage paper. Okay, let's make more weeping willow leaves. So about this side is about right, it's smallish, so I tend to cut a strip. Fold it again, and then simply cut out a leaf shape. Willow leaves are very long, narrow and pointed at the end, quite straight. And they have a little line going down the centre, so I will get a fine liner and draw a little line down the centre of each at some point. And once they're all glued on, I'll probably get a grayscale marker and put some shadows on it, and that really brings them to life when we do that. One of my favourite bits. Vary the shape and the size a little, but not too much. I hope this glues down nicely. Sometimes this kind of paper resists the glue. It's really hard to stick. Find a way. Let's stick. So I'll put you onto fast mode, so it might be a little bit boring and repetitive. So let's speed it up. So if you're new to this channel, then let me explain what's going on here. I've had an inkling about starting a YouTube channel for years. At first it was just a sort of silly idea, like, wouldn't that be fun? Wouldn't that be a great way to earn a living? But not seriously considering that I could do it. But as the years went by and I consumed an unhealthy amount of YouTube content, the idea became more and more appealing to me. I mean, there are just so many reasons why being a content creator would be my dream job. So about 2 years ago, I uploaded my first video, a 36-second long Procreate digital time-lapse of an abstract piece that I'd recently finished. Then I made one about my collage process, and then I did my first sketchbook tour. The problem was I just didn't know where to begin. I had so much artwork, different styles and different media. As I say, I love to do collage, I love oil painting, I love doodling, I love painting street scenes in watercolour, I love working in my sketchbook. I just didn't know how to be consistent. I didn't want to niche down, trying to decide what video to make next gave me really bad decision fatigue. I just couldn't decide where to go with the channel. Then one day, as I was looking through some old unfinished pieces of artwork for some video content, something to record for my YouTube channel, I was looking through a folder and there was just one after the other of unfinished pieces of art, just dozens of them. And it was a bit disheartening. I was like, who am I kidding? How do I think I can start a YouTube channel when I can't even finish any of these pieces of art? It was a bit disheartening and a bit overwhelming, and I felt like I wanted to give up, really. Every time I thought about it, the same thoughts would just keep going round and round in my head. I need a subject to focus on. So much artwork unfinished, don't know where to begin. To focus on for my YouTube channel. So much artwork unfinished, don't know where to begin. So much artwork unfinished, don't know where to begin. Huge pile of artwork, a subject that I would like to focus on, isn't finished. I don't know where to start. A YouTube channel lying there dormant, not doing anything, because I don't know where to start. So it was during this time of overwhelm and feeling like a total loser. I'm quite used to that, BT dubs. I think it was during a meditation, actually. It came to me in a flash. Let's do a series where each episode I finish an unfinished piece of art, killing two birds with one stone there, because this also provides me with a definite guide, a plan on what content to make. So I don't get decision fatigue. I know what I'm going to make a video about. I get to finish pieces of art, which that in itself is quite a rare thing for an artist with ADHD. So the satisfaction of finishing something is going to be really good, and which in itself is a good talking point. It relates to my ADHD. It's another subject which is very relevant to my life. That I feel like I want to share and talk about on my YouTube channel. So, I've got a lot to say about that. So this little idea, this little brainwave, also provided me with another solution to another problem which I have, and that is niching down. Oh my gosh, trying to niche down has always bothered me, but if I combine my art processes and talk about my struggles with ADHD as an artist, there, hey presto, is my niche. So I've killed three birds with one stone there, I think. While we're on the subject of finishing things, this leads me nicely on to the fact that, guess what? You're not going to see the end product of this piece of art, because I'm going to post this video before it's finished. So for various reasons, one of the reasons being I have to get my iPad fixed because the screen has broken and I don't want to risk it getting badly damaged, because I can't make YouTube videos without my iPad. Earlier on in the video, I said I had some special news to tell you. So, as I said earlier, I have a little announcement to make, and that is I have been promised by a very special person, quite a name in the art world actually, but if I reach 250 subscribers, they will make an appearance on one of my next videos, and they will introduce one of my videos. They wouldn't be seen on a channel that has anything less than 250 subscribers, unfortunately, because they're quite a name in the art world. They're going to knock your socks off when you see. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button. You're not going to know until I get 250 subscribers who it could be. So press the button. So I will leave you with that, and until next time, Thanks so much for watching, and maybe you'd like to take a look at one of these videos. Bye!